ladies. It's your Girl T.Speaks on the move again. I wanted to document why it is important for you to tell your story in the form of a book or a podcast, some type of, artistic work, music, just something. Just get your story out there. Number one, first thing come to my mind is it's going to encourage somebody else. It's going to encourage somebody else. Because we're not all here just to be selfish creatures. We got to support each other in some way. And what better way to support each other than to tell our stories and validate somebody else's story? Facts. Another reason to tell your story, or the reason why I told my story, is that it helped me to unlock things in my brain that I didn't even know was there. Like situations in the past that I thought I was over, that stuff comes up as I'm writing. I'm a writer, so I love to write. I wrote in my memoir, a story about my life, and I'm writing my second book, which is a fiction. And so it unlocks things in my past that I just didn't even think still mattered to me, but they, it was like unlocking parts of my brain. And so that part is pretty cool. It can be scary though, because you can unlock the wrong thing and be stuck in a depression for a week or two, right? That's why I think it's important to have support around you while you're writing, to be heavy in some type of fast or a meditation series. Maybe even clean eating for the times that you're writing. Just set the stage to really win at your writing. It's kind of like doing a cleansing, before you go into weight loss surgery. It's you got to kind of lose that extra weight by preparing yourself to do the healing work that will come about when you decide to write your story or share your story. Another thing is that it's very smart. It's very prophetic and strategic. To me, it's a strategic life move, because let's say I'm 33, which I am. So I'm 33 now. I done been through hella stuff in the past 33 years. If I plan on living for another 33 years, right, which would bring me to 66. Actually, I plan to live till at least 90 plus. So let's say I have 60 plus years left on the planet Earth. I have to get rid of that stuff that happened to me in the first 33 years of my life. How do I get rid of it? How do I get rid of the thoughts, or at least allow them to be seen so that I could choose to let go of them, right? You write it down. So it's a business decision. It's damn, you kind of got to comb through the tangles of your life when you write about it and when you share about it, right? That way you'll have room for future events to come. You'll have the clarity in the mind space for more creativity to come. Does that make sense? So to me, it's a psychological advantage for you to write or to create some type of creation, to make some type of creation that out of your life story. It's a psychological advantage because you get to clear some thoughts so that you can make room for more thoughts. That's hella smart what I just said. Another thing is that you get to see the theme of your life, what you write. you cannot deny it. Nobody else has written it. Nobody else, let's say you're a musician, nobody else has composed the music or wrote the lyrics to the song. It was all you. So it's hard for you to deny your own story. We can deny so much stuff. We can deny that we're upset. We can deny that we're in debt. We can deny that this relationship ended 5 years ago, but we're still here because we're afraid to leave for whatever reason. Like, we can deny all that stuff, but one thing we cannot deny is when we create and we look at it and we actually observe what we have put down on paper, okay, or what we have put on the tracks for the music, okay, we cannot deny what is there. It's right there. So it gives you a clear picture. It gives you a mirror of what is going on in your heart and in your mind, and what has happened to you in your life. It's very important to share your story. It's very important. Another reason would be you have a gift. Going back to my first reason, you have a gift to give to like your family and your friends and your community. Someone will know that you're there, that you were there when you pass away. There's an old saying in social work that if you didn't write it down, it didn't happen. And I think that's pretty much across like the board with like fire departments and just government agencies. Like, if you didn't write it down, it didn't happen. As if it didn't happen if you didn't write it down. Please. Pretty much cover your own ass is what they're saying. That's how you CYA, is you write it down. So even Jesus CYA'd by getting the Bible wrote, right? Facts. Even God did it by writing the Bible. Facts. So that in itself is enough to write your story. The fact that God and Jesus is covering their own butts by writing their stories down should give you a clear indication that you might want to write your story down too. That is incredible how the mind works. What else? It's fun. It lets you take stock and inventory of what you've been up to for the past 30 some odd years. Say, take me for example, I'm 33. It lets me take stock of what I've been up to for the past 33 years. It's cool to see what's been going on with me. It's cool to see, it's cool to be reminded that, oh yeah, I did do all this. This did happen. I did get through that. I am a superwoman. It validates you. It validates, your journey. It reminds you of how strong you are, how resilient you are when you share your story. What else does it do? It helps you identify the areas in your life that you need to grow and work on. It helps you identify the areas in your life that you need to grow and work on. It helps you to see the patterns of your life. What is my life story? What is the theme of my life? Is my theme of my life, is my family legacy, or my tradition alcoholism? Is my family tradition mental health issues? Is my family tradition broke, destitute, disgusted, toxic, dead-end relationships, fatherless homes? Is that my legacy? If it is, I can break the pattern and I can stop the theme, the sad country love song that's playing in my life, in my life's background. I can stop that by recognizing what it is and then adjusting, making those necessary adjustments in life so that I can recreate a new story, a new chapter in my life, a story of prosperity, a story of peace, a story of healing and hope and love and abundance. But it's hard to do that when you haven't sat down long enough to write your story. It's hard to see what you need to work on when all you're doing is keeping your head down and going through life. Sometimes you got to put your head up out of the sand, look around and take some time and sit down at the beach and write or create or draw or, compose some music, whatever your creative outlet is, so that you can understand where you've gone, understand where you're at now, recognize where you're at now, and be clear and know where you're going. Your story becomes your blueprint. It becomes an outline for where it is that you want to go. It becomes a foundation for who you are. It's almost like a builder building, It's almost like a contractor coming in and saying, these cabinets, they don't work anymore. These cabinets are old. The cabinets are your baggage from what happened 10 years ago. The cabinets are a metaphor for the divorce that happened to me 10 years ago. I no longer need these old ass, crackly ass cabinets. I'm getting rid of them. Like yesterday. And I'm installing some new cabinets. Some fresh ones, some updated ones. Some ones with a new hope of love. With a new hope and security within myself and confidence in myself. I'm remodeling that kitchen. I'm remodeling that bathroom. I'm pulling up that old crappy ass 1970s shag carpet. And I'm installing, new Pergo hardwood floors. Yes, I have done a few house remodels, so I know the terminology. Don't be surprised by T.Speaks. So I'm doing, I'm remodeling. And that's what writing does for you when you tell your story. That's what creating does for you when you create your story. So be brave and share your story. Share it with yourself first. And then if you want to take another step, share it with the world. I love you guys all. Until next time, T.Speaks. Bye.